All right, what's going on, Dan? You got some bombshells for us. Let's dive right in and listen to what Dan Ives has to say. Again, I'm just kidding. I love Dan Ives. Let's take a listen to what he has to say. Don't worry about subscribing, smashing the like button, or looking for the coaching and Discord link. We will talk about that real soon, I promise. Let's strap right in and listen to what Dan Ives has to say about the market and the upcoming conditions.
Our next guest, as our viewers know, has been a bull, and correct to have been so for the last 2 years when it comes to the tech trade, forecasting on our show in January that the NASDAQ would hit 20,000 this year. He's Dan Ives, Wedbush Securities Analyst, and now he joins us for his 2025 predictions. You know, 2 years in a row is good to be right, Dan. You're bound to be wrong one of these days, but I don't know when that'll be.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think as me and you have talked, and we've talked on the show, this is just the beginning. I mean, I think this is ultimately going to be another 2-3 year bull market for tech, because it's a fourth industrial revolution that's playing out in front of us, and that's going to be big tech and the multiplier. And I think it's only 10 p.m. in the AI party that goes to 4 a.m.
Yeah. Have you gotten any later in the party, or are we still, it's always kind of early, isn't it? I mean, it's been a year now, but we're still at 10 p.m. Oh, we started at 9. Okay.
Started at 9, now we're 10 p.m. And look, we think tech stocks are up another 25% over the next year. And I think NASDAQ 25,000 a year from now is something that we're going to start talking about going into the end of next year, early 26.
Yeah, so much of this, there it is, the last line there, so much of this depending on, the numbers are staggering. We talk about them all the time, quarter to quarter. But you think AI CapEx is going to exceed $1 trillion. Why? In 2025, I should say. Yeah, why? Yeah.
It's everything we're seeing. Look, that's why we travel the globe, right? It's trying to understand where the AI CapEx is and what's happening in the market. I think Street's underestimating AI CapEx potential by 30 to 40%. And I think the biggest thing here is the multiplier. For every dollar spent on an NVIDIA chip, there's an 8 to 10 multiplier across the rest of tech. That's why you have names like the Messi of AI, Palantir. You have other use cases that are now starting to be in software, Salesforce, front and center. And this is just the beginning. It's get the popcorn out, because the rest of tech now sees the benefit of the AI revolution.
Although, Dan, people are still now this morning looking at Adobe's guide, on the back of it, Oracle's guide. Is there going to be some kind of pause or chance to breathe, you think, in early 25?
Yeah, Carl, I think there's definitely chances to breathe. But when I look at sell-offs in Oracle, sell-offs in Adobe, I think you buy these dips, because it's where I see this going over the next 12, 18, 24 months. Because how we view this all playing out is the use cases are now front and center. And the street will sell these off near term, just like we've seen other names sold off over the last year, whether it was Palantir, Tesla, Apple, and others. But now that AI revolution, it's coming, not just to the enterprise, but coming to the consumer, and that's through Cupertino, which is why I think Apple's going to be the first $4 trillion market cap, potentially by the end of this year or early 2025.
Do you buy Meta stock on the fact that Zuckerberg, as we just heard from President-elect Trump this morning, went to visit him in Mar-a-Lago, is giving money to the inaugural campaign? Bezos, he said, is going next week. We know Elon Musk, and it's worked for Tesla. Are these fundamental reasons to buy the stock?
Look, I think there's been early Christmas present, early holiday present when Khan's out at the FTC. I think it changes the dynamics. You can have massive deal making. We think deal making is going to be at more than 50% in tech. And I think who's the stronger going to get stronger. That's going to benefit Meta. It's going to benefit Alphabet, clearly Amazon. And then the one that benefits the most is, I think, Musk and Tesla. It's our view at the end of 2025, we're likely staring what could be a $2 trillion market cap for Tesla on the autonomous vision and deregulation in the Beltway.
Dan, as always, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you heard what Dan Ives said. There's a lot of things here to break down going forward. He was explaining how we are just in the beginning. We started at 9 o'clock in this AI party, and it's only 10 p.m. in a party that goes to 4 a.m. We have 2 to 3 years of a tech bull market ahead of us, according to Dan Ives. And he's been very accurate over the last 4 to 5 years. In fact, I would probably be inclined to agree with him on this, and maybe even he's being slightly pessimistic on it because I think there's probably more or less 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years left, especially when we look at Palantir, like he said, is becoming pretty much the next Oracle, and the climb has just started. He also said that he thinks the NASDAQ is going to hit 25,000 by the end of 2025. And for the first time ever, the NASDAQ broke 20,000 already here in December of 2024. He also said for 2025 that tech stocks are likely to gain 25% or more. I see this as being pretty well in line with what I've said previously. It's not really out of the realm of possibility for Microsoft to go up by about $75 to $100 this year, especially Tesla, Meta, Nvidia, AMD, Taiwan Semiconductor, as well as Broadcom and maybe even Qualcomm. These are some really good stocks. Sorry, Intel didn't make the cut. Although, if Qualcomm acquires Intel, you never really know what might happen. Might have to add me some Intel. He also said that the AI capex was likely to break $1 trillion in 2025 for just AI alone. That's incredible growth right there. And not only that, the tech antitrust headwinds will diminish, and likely that will create some form of tailwind for the tech market, which is also really good. He said that Tesla is set to, in his opinion, hit $2 trillion in market cap by the end of 2025. The fact that Elon Musk is going to be working with Donald Trump closely, he's going to have a lot of say in the talks on the China tariffs, and that's going to help Tesla out tremendously. So to think that Tesla could hit $2 trillion in 2025 would be very weak-minded. In fact, it's probably more in line with breaking $2 trillion and going above that by the end of 2025. In fact, I don't really see it being too far out of possibility for Tesla breaking 550 by summer of 2025. In fact, I think 500 to 550 is right in line with where the stock is most likely to go. And by the time we get to the end of the year, I don't think it's that far out of reality for Tesla to hit 600 by the end of the year. It's got autonomous driving, AI, it's partnered with NVIDIA, and not to mention they also produce the best EV vehicles in the world. So when you have all of this combined, they're also a data acquisition hub. And when you put all that together with the tariffs under a Trump administration and Elon Musk working with him, it is highly likely that this is going to be the case and come to fruition. Cybersecurity is also a robust sector. Now, I'll go off a little bit here just for a second and say that there's likelihood that when the economy gets better, like it is, because the 10 and 2 yields completely back to normal and above zero, and now we're in complete tailwinds, especially with the fact that they're doing another rate cut. And CPI data is cooling, getting better for the first time in 3 years. Inflation's down under 2.5%. Unemployment's good. It's going down. Jobs added is increasing, and PMI data is getting better. Services are expanding like crazy, and manufacturing is starting to catch up. With all this being said, on the market, I really wouldn't overlook certain other stocks. So with all of that being said, the market is very strong, and it leaves a lot of tailwinds overall for the tech giants, but also software, which is Palantir. Also SoFi, fintech AI-driven bank, SoundHound. These stocks are going to run like crazy in 2025, and they're going to grow and become profitable. These are good investments, especially Palantir and Google, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon. These are going to be great stocks for tech. Nvidia, AMD, Taiwan Semiconductor. We also have to look at stocks like Walmart that are going to do really well in retail, the same as Wayfair, but Walmart being the really strong contender. If a lot of the things that I talk about in this video and other videos is confusing you, maybe you're new to stocks, or maybe you just want to retire early or expand your knowledge, I would love to help you achieve your goals, offer a full training course, Discord, and one-on-one coaching, and I would love to help you grow your portfolio. I have students that started with 8K, turned it into 40K, other students that went from 30K to 70K, and then I have students that have doubled from 300 to 650K in about 5 months' time. If you guys would love to turn this into your success story, I would love to help you. You guys can sign up at investorcorey.com. The link is in the information box below. Look, I grew up in a Catholic household. My parents were always hard on me, and I've explained this before. I grew up raised the right way to help others. And I've tried to achieve that my entire life, but this was a big opportunity for me after hitting rock bottom to be able to turn my life around and to grow my portfolio and achieve financial success. I told myself I would create a system to help others just like you. But if you don't believe me, let's take a listen to what my student Shane had to say.
When I first started off with options, I knew nothing at all. Corey's program broke it down into very simple steps. Corey broke them down where it was nice and simple, and I was like, oh, okay, I totally understand that now.
How much are you up since the start of joining my program?
Oh, you know what? Hold on, I'll give you the exact number. Let me bring it up. On average, I was making about $2,200 a month day trading. That was average. In the very first month that I started actually selling options, it jumped up to $14K. And right now in December, I'm already up 6.4 thousand.
You went from day trading to my course and you were able to go from 2,200 to 14K.
Correct. And I'm up 165% right now.
If someone was trying to decide between my program or another Discord, what would your direct and short message to them be?
Corey's program will save you time and make you money. That's the bottom line right there.
What would you tell someone who is skeptical about learning from someone online like myself?
I bought into multiple different programs. From my experience, Corey's is the safest, very consistent and profitable.
How long did it take you to actually make back the cost of joining the Discord?
From the time I started trading, I made my money back in 2 weeks, 10 days. If you want to count the actual trading days, 10 days. And then I just looked at it and I was like, holy cow. I'm like, I just made $14,000 this month. I'm like, that's like crazy. And, just 1 month, it blew away, almost my entire year of day trading.
What did you start off with in my program? Total capital portfolio. And what are you at now with profits?
Started off with roughly 50,000. I had 25-ish already in stocks. And now I'm up to 75,000.
So you heard what my student Shane had to say. If you want this to be your success story, I would love to help you. Head over to investwithcorey.com, click on training, watch the video. It explains everything and you'll be able to book a call with my team and I so that I can get started helping you achieve your goals and your financial freedom. And I look forward to helping you soon. One thing I really want to share with you guys is just overall some of the best stocks right now that you can make money on with this kind of a situation in the market. And it's what I teach my students in the Discord continuously is how to make safe passive income, which is how Shane went from $200 or $300 a month day trading 8 hours a day to working only about 6 to 8 hours a month with me and making $14,000. And it's quite simple. We only work with good stocks and growth stocks or small caps that are good. And I teach everyone how to enter stocks, sell puts, run the wheel strategy, or just make premium. Right now, one of the best things you can do is on a stock like Walmart. We can see that it's pulled back. It's hit a bottom of 93 and now a bottom of 94. And we have all of this interest here at 92. So 92 or 93 is very safe on Walmart, 92 being the safest. I've been selling puts on Walmart like crazy. So you can see here, if we go out 2 weeks on Walmart, we can sell a 92 and collect about $50 to $55 every 2 weeks. If we sell 1 week out at 92, we can make close to 40. So it's better to go weekly. I always say that. And it's only a 22 delta. And we want the shares anyway. And Walmart at 92 is a good price. At 91 or 90 is even better. This stock will likely be 120 to 130 going through 2025 by summer to end of year. So there's a 30 to 40% upside on Walmart that I see right now. So if you get assigned at 92, you're just going to end up getting out at the end of the year if you end up doing that on the wheel strategy for closer to 120 or 130, which is not a bad return, 20-30% in a year, plus covered calls, plus the put options that you're selling. So you can make about $40. If you sell 3 or 4 of these, you can make $160 a week. You figure that is about $650 a month, even if you don't get assigned, which you're highly unlikely to get assigned because Walmart has not fallen below 92 in almost a month. So it's unlikely to pull back with the economy as strong as it is and it being retail, very strong retail, might I add. So you'll be able to add up some premium. 2 or 3 months of selling these options will add up $1,800 in 3 months. If the stock goes up to say, 95, 96, you can come back and start selling 93 or 94 puts. Walmart is just one of them. Another good stock that you can sell puts on is Tesla. Not only Tesla, Microsoft. I've sold 430, 435, and 440 puts on Microsoft as well. And you can't go wrong with SoFi. I have been selling puts like crazy on SoFi. You can see my positions list right here. I have $400,000 worth of puts on on Tesla. I had 8 Tesla puts, but I closed 2 of them. I still have 6. And I've got Palantir, Roku, SoundHound, SoFi, Block. I have AMD, Bank of America, Disney, Meta, Netflix, Palantir, of course, all the time, every week. I closed my Walmart puts. I bought to close those at like 90% gain. And the same thing goes for Walmart, 90% gain. And I sell these puts every single week. And you guys can do the same thing. I teach this in the Discord, all the technicals, the fundamentals, how to read the charts, how to time the bottom, how to get in. And I consistently print money. I am up over $1,000 in the last 7 days just on some basic puts here in my small account. And after I buy and close all of these short positions and I realize all of the profit, it'll be about $2,000 profit in 7 days. That's about an average about $8,000 a month on 300K, which is about 4%. I'm trading very conservatively, but I'm doing this consistently every single week. And my students are absolutely going bonkers. They're making all kinds of profit, just like I'm showing you here. This is how we do it. And this is what I recommend in this market, because these are the stocks that are going to do very well. Thanks so much for being here, guys. If you want to sign up for the coaching and the Discord at any time, investorcorey.com, links in the information box below. You can also sign up for the free newsletter. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care of yourselves, fam.